Hello. Hello. Finn. Finn, you were first. That's true. How's it going? JB, what is up? Seventh. False. That's false. You were not seventh. You were fourth. You were fourth. Uh, Finn, just play Oblivion then. Am I allowed to just do that? Can I just play Oblivion instead of working on the game? Ani, 25 stream streak. That's a big one. How are you? Balint, you're not. Are you? You're still streaming. What are you doing, Balint? Uh, I don't even know what to say. He can't hear me. Uh, hellos, Virtue. How's it going? Yes, do it. I really want to. I really. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'm having a lot of fun with the accidental DLC. Research Oblivion. There's no research to be done. There is zero overlap. The only thing I can study from Oblivion is the way they structure their quests. Because like 95% of them are fetch quests or go find this person. And that's kind of like what I'm doing. Go find this person. Let's go fetch this. Go fetch that. Go talk to this person. Like that's what all the quests in Oblivion are. But they're very good at making you feel like it's not. They're very good at making you feel like there's a greater purpose than just go there and talk to this person. The lore, the story, the I mean the voice acting is not always the best, but the fact that it's there and they show emotion helps. Fanny, how are you? But I don't think it's a good idea to just play Oblivion right now. I do want to get some work done. I will be playing Oblivion later. In secret. I think I can play it, right? PlayStation. Sony. Remote? PS Remote Play. Play your favorite games on PS5 and PS4 remotely using this device. It is possible. I can literally load it up right now and play it. Even though it's on the PlayStation, I can still do it, but I'm not going to do it. Earn the Oblivion playtime by getting work done. Yes. I want to show you all what I did that was a total waste of time. I want to show you the total waste of time that I participated in. And some of you are going to say, that doesn't look like a waste of time. That looks very valuable and useful, and maybe you should explore that a little more. Check this out. Check this out. So I made this new roofing tool. I hate my roofs. I hate them. I made a new roofing tool where you select the outer wall of your house and it makes a roof. It just makes a roof that covers everything. And let me show you something else. Before you say yo with all those O's, bing, 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 I can even do something like this where I do like a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Actually, I haven't tested this. I don't know what this is going to look like. What is this going to look like? So here's my house, right? I haven't tested this. I don't know if it's going to work. Like what's the roof going to look like if I put a roof on this? Let's find out. So we put a roof on it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful roof. How beautiful is that? It's kind of sexy, right? Kind of interesting, kind of like, oh, Maybe maybe this is the new roofing system, right? No. It's garbage. It's garbage. Can't use it. I can't use it. Caveman crafting, how's it going? Looking sharp. I thought it was looking sharp, and then the more I think about it, the more unrealistic this is. I went with kind of a Rust Fallout style building system. Yeah, that's a good system because uh, you make the pieces and the player is left to put it together however they want. It's a good way to do it. CPT Chica, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. The problem with this roofing system is I can't texture this thing. This is a procedurally generated piece of geometry. I have no way to texture this. I can't even use triplanar because it doesn't work that way. Can I use triplanar? Can I use triplanar? Can you texture it after the fact? Well, that's the thing. I don't know how. Like, I don't even know what that means. So the algorithm that generates this geometry, I didn't write. That is a free Unity asset on the asset store. It's part of a procedural toolkit. And I don't know how it works. It's a little bit of a black, I mean, it's not a total black box. I can probably look into it, but I have no idea how this stuff works. So I wouldn't know how to like rip it apart, do UVs and that kind of stuff. Can you do a triplanar though? That's interesting. You know what? Let me try something. What if I copy and paste this? Can I copy, stop the game, paste, paste? No. No, you cannot. No, you may not do that because the game said so. You cannot copy and paste the procedural geometry outside of the game. Unrealistic. Have you seen those skiers after they run directly into a tree? They're not even bruised. It's not about realism. I think it's about appeal. Heating broke. Coldest day of the year so far. Gale force winds so effing. Oh, Finn, that sucks. Are you wearing your footy pajamas? And your heat tech? Are you covered in layers? Do you have furs? Are you covered in your finest of furs? Synthetic furs are very warm because they're made of plastic, and plastic is not very, it is very insulating. So make sure to wear your finest plastic furs. 160 kilometers per hour. Jeez. That's intense winds. Maybe a paint tool to let the players texture it. So if I can figure out how to texture it with roof shingle textures, I would do that. Let me try a quick triplanar. Oh no, the dog is 100% awake and pushing a toy on my foot. This is not a good sign. Usually I end stream when the dog gets rowdy, and it's only been 5 minutes. Uh-oh. Where's my roof material? Material. Roof material. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna make a new I don't even know why I'm going in there. I'm gonna go to my place, my happy place, where I make my new happy materials. Create. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I spent too much time on roofing, and it's like stupid. Roofs do nothing. I want to get rid of them. Oh no, boy has shingles. It's a good thing you've got a tiny furry space heater to snuggle with. Like that thing is gonna snuggle for more than 2 seconds. Young animals hate snuggling. Mr. Zombie, good morning. Set fire to yourself. You'll stay warm for the rest of your... That's morbid and kind of funny. Lit shader. Okay. Let's make a new lit and it's going to be called procedural or triplanar roof. Triplanar roof. I'm cuddling my coffee. Now there's something that'll cuddle back. So create node. Triplanar. I want the texture to be roof. Roof tile. This one. I have a roof tile shader. I want the blend to be zero blend? No. One. I don't understand. Let me make this a cube, please. No, make it. We'll leave it a sphere. So base color. I basically want no blend. Oh, I'm rotating it, but it won't change the texture because it's triplanar. Absolute world space. No. Well, yeah. Actually, no. I want object space. How do I change that? Type. Oh, no. I love that Unity has triplanar shader now. Before we had to make it. Yeah. I kind of like making it sometimes because I don't always want every axis. Sometimes I just want X and Y. Sometimes I want... Yeah, just that. One sec. I gotta pull the tag off this carpet because the dog keeps coming after it. Okay, no more tag. This is why we can't have nice things. We can't have nice tags. Let's just see what it looks like and play with it in game. So save. And then I'm going to go to that roof material, which is this one, and I'm going to make it a triplanar roof. I forget where they go. Custom? Custom. No. Universal render pipeline. Universal render pipeline. Pipeline. No. What if I just type triplanar roof? There it is. Okay. So let's see how that goes. Also, I want to make this 0. And great. Let's see what that looks like. Back in Mr. Zombie's day, during the war, the joys of having an infant thing. Yeah. He is really testing my patience yesterday. Really testing my patience. He's doing okay today. Auto. So if I make this roof, bonk. I mean, is there blending? There is some blending. How do I get rid of the stupid blending? $10? I think it's 10. Save. Whoa, wait, no. But now it just doesn't even try. And yeah, and these go up. These shingles go up. These shingles go down. See, that's the problem. I do need to make my own because I need negative Z to have different texture than Z. Like I need a negative Z. So here's an this keeps happening. I always want triplanar or something, but I don't want triplanar. I want like quad planar with no Y. I just want negative X, negative Z, positive Z. So I never actually use the triplanar node. It's always a custom thing. Turgus, Cyan Streams asked for this. Well, then can you do one of your really gross combinations of emotes on his stream, please? And then say, Booyah just had to retaliate because he felt threatened. And this is how it feels to get one of Turgus's really gross emote combinations. Booyah sends his regards. No, this isn't Game of Thrones. Also, what is this? What is this? Look at these red dots. That's not good. That ain't good. I hope it's because of the selection. Nope, it's still there. Now they're white. Weird. Ah, what is the... It's ridiculous. We're having emote wars. Sorrow, how are you? Mom, they're being weird again. Yeah. No. No, I will not be spending time on this. I will not be spending time on this. Is there a way, though? Ab, how are you? But yeah, so I have this. This can't... I don't think it's feasible, though. I just don't think it's feasible. I see how it is, Turgus. I see how it is. He wants me to spam gross emotes on your stream, but I would never. I see. I see where your allegiances lie. I always knew this, but now I have evidence. This isn't Coco Chameleon? Wait, Coco Melon? What? Would you rather I give him all the bits? Yeah, give him the bits. I mean, it's true. You are spamming me with biddy emotes that I'm not acknowledging because we're in the middle of an emote war. You're right. Turgus, thank you so much for the bits. I reckon you need to forget the roof forever. Yeah. It's true. Turgus, it is true. I guess my emotions just run hot. Oh, it's because this is actually picking up from Y. This is picking up the Y direction. Yeah, so, yeah, they never freaking work. They never work. I'm going to ignore roofs for now. We're moving on from roofs. I'm going back to what I was doing yesterday. Also, I have 3 pieces of apple here for the dog. And if anyone, if you redeem, show me the dog. The dog gets apples now. Hydrate. Thank you, Ani. Sorrow. Sorrow. Okay, you lucky doggy. Here you go. Here you go. You don't get to watch him eat it, but you also get a picture You also got a picture that I took like an hour ago or 2 hours ago. This was him laying next to my desk. My desk is like right up here. And these pillows are blocking the power cords, so he can't get to them. This is my rolled up rug that I can't have out because he'll pee on it all day. These are dead lavenders. That is really unfortunate. I gotta go get new lavender. My wife keeps buying plants, expecting me to water them, and then I keep killing them. Look, this is a dead Sansevieria. You might be wondering, Sansevieria? Those are impossible to kill. Well, you're not me. He looks cute. Yeah, I have a picture of my old dog. This exact photo, which is it's kind of a lot. This exact photo. Dogs do that. Dogs just do that. Give me the credits. I don't even have Obsidian open. I got to get back to this. I want to implement this. That's right. That's right. 12. My dog ate an entire chrysanthemum bush in our garden. Oh my god. See, why make chrysanthemum tea when you can just eat the bush? Why are you watering it? I wasn't. It's that I didn't water it for so long. I let it sit there for like 6 months without watering it, and it just died. Remember when I was in Japan and you were like, we are making a decision to buy a dog like today. Yeah, that was 1 month ago. 1 month ago. To the day? Is it to the day? No, we got him. I think it's gonna be 5 weeks tomorrow. Aren't they toxic? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are they? And then they burnt down my house. I was cooking ramen in the microwave because I am efficient. The bowl apparently had a hairline crack in it and drained the water and noodles, smoked out my house. Oh my god, Targath, this just happened right now? Targath. This was years ago, so if he died, I didn't know about it. He's still alive. Oh my god. Yeah. My first dog when I was growing up, he got into a box of jelly rings. Does anyone know what a jelly ring is? It's like a torus of jelly that's covered in chocolate. So grape jelly, which I mean it's probably not real grape, but grapes are not good for dogs, and chocolate. And he ate the entire box, and he was not well after that. But he didn't die. It didn't kill him. It didn't kill him, but he was not well. Insert 3 coins. How's it going? Programming joke. Roses are red, violets are blue. Unexpected error in line 42. That's a good one. Augie. Augie, how are the rabbits? Did you find any good rabbits? I love that I have this emote. Insert coin. You do not have to stay, but you don't have to go because of that joke. He'd fit well with the zombie family. Everyone show off your rabbit holes. That's a weird thing to say. And moving on. Moving on. We're going to implement this random guest algorithm. I created a custom shader model in the rabbit hole. That sounds fun. That doesn't sound like a rabbit hole. Maybe a little. Yeah, shaders are a waste of time. Make game, don't make shaders. So I want to implement this. I want to implement this new system. New system. We're going to start. Should I start with a completely new script? Nah. I don't think so. Yo, Wyatt. How's it going? Welcome in. Everyone shout out to Small Block Boy. Gotta go adult, get back to work, so I'll probably catch you on tomorrow's stream. Ab, have a good one. Small, how are ya? How was your stream today? Everybody, if you don't know who Small Block Boy is, make sure to give them a follow. They just released this game, Small Survivors. And now they're working on a really juicy, squishy, satisfying looking platformer. Stream was good. Played some Dinkum because Oops got sucked into it. I hear that. I was like right about to start playing Oblivion because Whitechapel said so. I was very close to doing it. You don't realize how close I was to just playing Oblivion this whole time. But I got to get something done, right? I got to get something. No, Turgus, don't clip that. I heard Oblivion Wardstone. How's it going? Yeah. Wyatt, do you have anything you'd like to share? Anything you want to show off? Maybe your latest social media posts? Feel free to drop them links. Also, let's look at what Augie made. Augie, you made this shader. If I had to guess which one you made, I mean, I would guess this one because it's cell shaded. But, or did you make both of these? Because they both have unusual properties to them. They're both kind of cell shaded. This one feels softer. This one's nice and saturated and bright and colorful. Which one did you make? I can grab the latest Blue Sky post. Yeah, nice. Let's see. I'm taking a day of deving. I've decided. Zombie, does that mean taking it off or taking it on? Also, Wardstone, thank you for the bits. I've been lacking on my recognition on gigantified emotes. I forget they cost money. It's a shading model because Unreal forces you to use PBR. The one on the left is Unreal Default. I worked around some stuff to adjust the shadow color. The right one, I had to edit the engine. Edit the engine, oh god. Yeah, that sounds like a rabbit hole. That's a total rabbit hole. Started replacing all the gray boxes. Feels a lot more free without all of the walls closing in. Yeah, this is getting cute. This is cute. Man, you're making this so fast. So jealous of everyone who can make games so fast. This is great looking. Also Unreal, right? He looks like he's having so much fun. I'm glad you kept the pepperonis. Are these the pepperonis? Gorgeous test area setup. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Super Chew, how's it going? Yeah. Looks great. Good stuff. I'm getting wrapped up this week as a playable demo. Oh my god. So fast. Are you going to release it to itch or are you going to release it to Steam? Where is this demo going? And do you have a Steam page yet? Probably not, since you just started replacing your gray box stuff. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. Also, what is wrong with me? Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on a cozy life sim Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake. And I'll get back to that in just a second. We're going to sit here and appreciate this for a little longer. Very nice. Augie, this is nice too. Is this an outline shader? What's going on with the skin? No Steam page for this one. Not really meant to be a full game. Kind of got lost with the original intent. Well, looks like it's becoming a big game. All right, so what am I doing? What are we doing? This is how you spawn an NPC. You grab it. You instantiate the spawn NPC. You move object to the scene. Ameripon yokoso. Do desu ka? There's a bit of an outline. I'm planning to move that away from post-process, which is what it's in now. So you want to make the outline in the shader? Will release on itch though. Might package the character controller for Unreal as a premium thing if I can figure it out. Oh, like an asset to sell? I'm sure a lot of people would find that useful. So we need to go where, who calls this? Who calls you? Many places. This is called in many places. Kibber, how's it going? Yeah, I always say if this game flops, this whole game's going on the asset store. I'm gonna chop it up, sell the models, maybe sell like some of the NPC systems that are interesting. So every time tick, where are my time tick events? Here we go. Every time tick, I try and spawn something from the narrative group. If I can't, I try and spawn something from the generic group. So what I think I'm gonna do is first, I'm actually gonna try and spawn something from the procedural group. Try spawn procedural. So what that's gonna do is it's going to spawn guests. So if spawn guests plus registered guests dot count is greater than spawned allowed. So I want to implement this new thing. So this is like if this can spawn, right? I'm just gonna do it up here because I don't care. Bool can spawn proc gen guest equals false. So what was my calculation? It was a value, a weighted value where the amount of rooms left correlates to this interpolated number. So 100 to 10%. Like if you have more than one room available, there's 100% chance someone will visit you today. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe 90. Maybe 90. Ani, good night. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging. Also, Jiggly, how's it going? Yag, what is up? Wait, so now you brought back Rocket League. I'm so confused. Yeah, I brought it back. Listen, Rocket League comes and goes with my emotional state. I was not emotionally prepared to play Rocket League anymore. It was driving me nuts. But now I'm better. I'm doing better today. So it's back. I even dropped the price back down to something reasonable. Why don't you make it a redeem to go play Oblivion instead? Because Oblivion takes too long. What's a 10-minute Oblivion break? Nothing. I want to go plant my ass on the couch and just let the hours go by. Let the hours pass while I slowly sneak my way through dungeons, popping everyone off with arrows, and then obsessively recollecting those arrows from their corpses. I never said it should be 10 minutes. I mean, I would have to charge like 50K to like switch stream to Oblivion. I mean, but my streams are so short, it's not even worth the money. Also, I wouldn't want to do that. This is dev time. This is dev time. I take this seriously. This is dev time. Game time is later. So what do I need? First I need to know how many rooms are available. So get available rooms. Then build array of percentages. Oh, I need to know how many available rooms there are today. When the day spawns, I need that number to be locked in. So spawned allowed is guest bedroom count plus extra allowed. Okay. That's not what I want to do anymore. Detol Skincare, how's it going? Welcome in. Do you use a camera other than the webcam? Yeah, I use the Elgato face cam. My laptop. I have my laptop exactly right here. So if I did want to use my laptop camera, it would be totally fine. My angle wouldn't change, nothing would change, but the quality of that camera is just not as good. And I originally bought the Elgato face cam so I can have a puppy cam. And when I just set it up on myself to test it, and I just liked it so much, I just never did a puppy cam. Also, my dog at the time, it wasn't appropriate to have a puppy cam. I'll just say that. He has a foot cam, but you got to be a sub. So this isn't like spawned allowed anymore. This is like empty rooms. Right? This value technically can change throughout the day. Oh, wait a minute. I'm just realizing something. I'm just going to say this. It's guest bedroom count plus 1. I'm not even going to do this. Not even going to do that. So now spawned allowed is the total guest bedroom count plus 1. And that's going to calculate once a day. So get available rooms. Int available rooms. Oh, wait. I need starting available rooms also. Okay, we need more than one thing. Private int available rooms today. Available rooms today equals Wardstone. Fanny, thank you for the hydrate. Innkeeper instance in dot get available registered guests dot count. I guess it's like the amount of rooms. The amount of rooms minus the amount of registered guests. The thing that does not work, though, is that when guests check out in the beginning of the day, they are still registered, but they're going to leave. Maybe? Maybe? Is that true? I don't know if that is true. How do I remove a registered guest? Registered guests. Unregister. Unregistered guest room. Where is this called? From the scheduling system. When a guest is leaving, they unregister. Only when they are leaving. So maybe I throw an event when a guest leaves. I up this number. So I update it. Maybe but then the spawn percentages get funky. This is how did I already hit a roadblock? I've only been going for like 5 minutes. I liked my idea so much, but maybe I can just see who's gonna leave today. Maybe I can have a function here that's like the amount of guests that are gonna leave today too. Speaking of oblivion and game dev, have you ever considered trying to recreate Radiant AI? I don't know what Radiant AI is, and I'm not sure what that has to do with oblivion. What is that? I've been hitting brick wall after brick wall today, so none of us has to get a win. Manny, I need a win. Okay, I just need to ask the inn how many empty rooms are there and how many guests are leaving today, and I add that together. Right? So unregister. How can I check? Do I have a list of NPCs here? I have a list of rooms. I have a list of guest bedrooms and their associated guests. Okay. Okay. I got this. What is this? Register. What is this giganto function that I don't use anymore? It scares me. It scares me so much I want to delete it. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. No. Oh, this always happens. Oh, okay, good. Oh, this script is huge. It's the interaction system that they use for their NPC interactions. It's funny you say that. So is it like the engine that drives their daily activity? Because I did make a system in my game that drives the daily activities of my NPCs because they have schedules, they go and do stuff, and they physically simulate walking there. Like they don't just appear at certain times. So they physically do travel from zone to zone, and they will exit one zone and enter the next zone. So it's funny that you say that because yes, I have done my best to create a system just like that. It drives all their behaviors essentially. Really neat system. Is there like a GDC talk on their system? Because I probably should have watched that. I would have learned something before I literally dove headfirst with no reference. The only reference I had was I kind of wanted it to be like Stardew Valley. I wanted the characters to walk around and have a schedule. So I kind of referenced that. Straight up, how's it going? Also, Aaron, what is up? I was actually toying around with something similar for an Elder Scrolls-like game, but F me, is it not rewarding to work? It's hard. I think it'd be really hard to make an Elder Scrolls like game by yourself. Do we have to have another word? Wartstone. Have you been giving words? Have you been speaking words about brick walls and motivation? I have plenty of hype supporting me, thanks to you. Just need help figuring out next steps. If you need more help, just ask. Aaron, what's going on? Radiant AI is a marketing term they use to describe a bunch of AI drivers. Okay. I mean, yeah. If you're going to name your own system, then it's just a name. Whatever. I made a chain lightning and ate a bunch of snacks. But more importantly, what snacks? Wordstone. I was typing that. The biggest thing that I've been able to observe is that their schedules set up objectives for them to complete, and they build plans on how to accomplish them. Essentially, the goal-oriented action planning pattern. Oh, interesting. That sounds complex. Grapes and orange and some beef jerky. So healthy. I was hungry. I had a salad for lunch. I had like a Caesar salad, which Caesar salads are not that healthy. And after I was still starving, so I had some chocolate. And then I was still starving, obviously, because chocolate doesn't do shit. And then I had an apple. And guess what? I'm still starving. So hungry. Yo, Steven. Stevie. You're Stevie now. Gope. Gope is goaded. Jeff Orkin is the Gope. What is that? Elder Scrolls? Register guest activity. No. I want a function that says, I just want a getter that's like, get today's available rooms. Oh my god, the inn does so much. Why do so much, inn? Register guest room. Register guest room standards met. Register guest to specific room. Unregister. Okay, right here. So public void get vacant. Get today's vacancies. Is that how you spell that? It's going to return an int. Get future vacancies. So for each key value pair room. Oh my god, the dog. How? What is he doing? I need to take a photo of that. Ridiculous. I have to wait for that to sync. I used to be able to force a sync, and now photos got rid of that ability. I just have to wait. That's not even the photo, Wordstone. That's not even the photo. All right. Key value pair. There it is. What is he doing? Look at how he's laying. This is the corner. This is the corner of the room. Closet. Grumble, what are you doing? Grumble! Make me Duolingo. Why? Yo, go vacation. What are you doing here? Get out. Finn, ban Grumble. All right, let's do a duo. Well, let me finish writing this function, then I'll do a duo. Do you want to hear a fun fact, everybody? Grumble and I had dinner the other I just got to a hotel in Kyoto. I'm resting my feet. Nice. Sketchy 55 stream streak. Oh my god. You know what I realized? We didn't get a picture together. We have to hang out again. Gotta get a picture together. Pair in registered guests. Was that it? No, it's not registered guests. It's guest bedrooms. Nope, it's not that either. What is it? Guest bedrooms. It's room guest. Is that not what I did? All right, we just copy and paste this. Oh, it is that. I'm just not returning an int yet. Return. I was thinking the same thing. I can take you to my favorite bar in Golden Guy, the only bar I went to. There's so many. There's so many. So what I need to do is I need to count. I need to count them up. Int count equals 0 if pair.value equals null. Count plus plus. Continue. If pair.value does not equal null, well, else if pair.value dot checkout day, get checkout day equals time system dot instance dot current time get day, get current day. So if checkout day is today, count plus plus, continue. Okay, that's it, and then return count. That should be it. Let's do a Duolingo. My birthday's in a few days. I'm not sure what I should do. So exhausted, kind of want to sleep for a year. Steven, when's your birthday? If I'm free, we can hang. I'd be happy to buy you a drink. Conzio, how's it going? What is the best language to start programming in? I would like to write mainly for desktop computers and mobile. That's a good question. What kind of mobile? Do you want to do? Actually, I have no idea. Grumble. Errand. Where are the real devs? The real engineers? Answer that question. Defofe? Defofe. I don't know what that means. Broad question. Sketchy. Yeah, I don't know. There's a have dinner with Booyah redeem. I can't find it. Yeah, there is. The 4th. May the 4th? May the 4th? What is that? That's a Sunday. DM me if you want. Let's, oh, right, Duolingo. I like the current lesson I'm in. It's about nature. Can we keep the Zelda music on? Is it bothering people? Ito. I actually don't know what that is. Usagi o ni wa katte imasu. There's bunny rabbits. 2 bunny rabbits. Katte imasu. Is that to have? Okay. I have 2 bunny rabbits. Cow. Zona goto oiru. Zona goto oiru. I don't. What does goto mean? Goto. Is that 5? I got 5 elephants? There are 5 elephants. Kanojo wa okami o nanto katte imasu ka? I hate this question. I hate it so much. It's she has how many wolves? How many wolves does she have? What a ridiculous question. How many wolves does she have? I hate that question. So stupid. Ito, I don't know. Nope. Oh, Ito is just one animal. If I had to pick one answer, I hate to say it, but I'd pick JavaScript. Damn. Do you want to write the app once or different apps per application? Before game dev, chopping wood and carrying water. After game dev, chopping wood and carrying water. What? How many does Mononoke have? Nito. Nito. Okami. Okami ga nito ga imasu. No, just nito imasu. Oh, hatte imasu. Hatte imasu. Soji. Oh, whoops. Zo. Soji is the vacuum. Zo. I always get elephants and vacuum confused. Taiyo. Genkin. Ikimono. Wild. Yasei. Kaimasu. Kaimasu. Genkin. Service. Wait. Yeah. Service. Mizumi. Usagi. Kori. How many wolves are there? Okami wa nanto ga imasu ka? Okami wa nanto imasu ka? Okay, no ga. Whoops. Okami wa nanto imasu ka? Yeah, she has 4 wolves. Get out of here. I don't teach me sentences that will actually happen. Don't teach me this just to like trick me and like make me pay attention. That's not gonna help. She has 4 wolves. Kanojo wa okami o how do you say that? 4頭飼っています。3羽飼っている。3羽飼っている。3羽は3羽。3羽飼っている。I mean, he has 3 rabbits. 環境. Oh, I don't remember. 環境. I forgot. I think that means environmental. I can't remember. Santo. Osen. Osen is pollution. Kau. Uemas. I like uemas. It's like plant. Plant like a garden. Zonga ringo tabeta. What? Oh, the elephant ate the apple. I thought that the sentence said, I ate elephant. I ate an elephant and an apple. Zoga ringo tabeta. The elephant ate the apple. But what if someone has 4 wolves? Nobody has any wolves. She has 4 wolves. Why is this the most important thing to teach me? 彼女は 狼が4頭飼っていますね。いや、彼女は狼を4頭飼っています。飼っています。I have two rabbits. うさぎはoh, it's different. には。うさぎは庭を、no, うさぎを庭飼っています。うさぎは庭飼っています。うさぎは庭飼って。So that is what it's trying to do right now is teach me there's two ways to count animals. There's the nito and niwa, and I don't know what the difference is, but there is one. He has two elephants. 彼は掃除 I mean not vacuum. Why do I get it confused with vacuum? Zo what is it? Zo, yeah. 彼は象を2頭飼っています。Alright. Bravo. There are a bajillion ways to count things in Japanese because doing 1, 2, 3 would have been too easy. Ameripone. It's killing me. You know what the funny thing about Duolingo is? So, to say 100, 100, 200, 200. I never realized that Duolingo never taught me how to say 300. And it's not 300. It's 300 with a B. 300. They never taught me that. I started going to school. Maripon, I didn't tell you. I started going to classes, and I learned a lot. I learned all the different like ippun, nifun, sampun. I know all of those now, and now I know that it's sampyaku or sambyaku and lobyaku, lokupyaku, no lobyaku, and then hapyaku. So it's not. This is freaking hard. This is so hard. Doing my best. All right. Thank you for the duo, Grumble. I think this exercise is more about building sentences rather than learning common phrases. Yes, of course, absolutely, it's about building sentences. But what I will say is that it would be very helpful if the sentences were also sentences that I might use one day. NZM, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You want to show off when you are at the sushi restaurant. Ask for ohashi ichizen. Oh yeah, ichizen. One, but I'm always with my wife. How do you say two pairs of chopsticks? Is it nizen? Nizen kudasai. What's 600? 600. Yeah. 600. NZ, nice to meet you as well. Welcome in. It does teach you by saying it to you and making you feel like you've been saying it wrong the whole time. Wait, which are you talking about, Grumble? Also, I missed a bunch of I missed all of that, like what's the better language to use. I hope Kanzio, I hope you got some help from Grumble and Aaron. What if someone has 4 wolves? All right, get future vacancies. I'm also an SW developer from Japan. Oh, nice. What is SW? Software. There we go. It's like CLG all over again. Hi, I'm a CLG student. What is CLG college? I'm so stupid. Software backend, also Swift, C#. Nice. Sexy worker, a Medipon. Yabai desu ne. All right. But yeah, going to classes is very helpful. Going to class, very helpful. I'm enjoying it. So now I got all the future vacancies, so I know how many empty rooms there are going to be today. And I want to make like one random day where the value changes. Maybe on weekends the values change. Maybe that's what I do. On weekdays, or like Monday through Thursday, or I guess Sunday through Thursday, the value is gonna be really low, and on Friday and Saturday, tons of people are gonna show up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Also, we're in ads. We're in ads. Let's get rid of all this roof stuff. Tile grid, player control, build zone, straight skeleton. All right, let's get back to the basics. Back to the basics. So, available rooms equals inkeep game manager dot instance dot in dot get future vacancies. So now I know how many available rooms there are today, but oh wait, I need to get this every day. It's this. Available rooms today. I calculate it once a day. So, available rooms today. What I do with this information. First, I want to see if it's more than 2. If it's more than 1, I mean more than 1, then I need to track how many I've spawned today. I need to track how many I've spawned today. So, private int. Oh, wait, spawned guests. I have this already. Spawned guests. I have a variable that is keeping track of spawned guests. I don't increment this anywhere. It's private. I set it and I don't use it. Well, that's stupid. Do you understand Japan's obsession with running games in windowed mode? I've never understood it myself. Is that a thing? Maybe they like to not be immersed so much. Send me that bar you like in Kyoto on Discord. It's in Osaka. There is a bar in Kyoto that I like, though, called the Rocking Horse. No, rocking chair. Bar rocking chair. You should make a reservation, though. They will not let you in. If you show up without a reservation, they will not let you in. So make a reservation. Rocking chair. And then I'll send it to you on Discord. Meowletary. Oh my god, how's it going? Just from context clues, I'd guess Japanese devs don't feel confident about getting full screen mode reliable. It has lots of quirks that change over time. You mean like dealing with the different OS quirks about being in full screen? I've been offline, busy with random BS. Well, welcome back. How are you? Mostly OS, yeah. You're kind of bringing back memories of like mobile dev. I had to test so many different scenarios, like what happens when a notification shows up? What happens when the software is idling? What happens when you run out of battery? What happens when the software is killed, but from the background? What happens when you open the app from a notification? Like all these stupid scenarios you got to think about. Total pain in the butt. I do have Hollow Bar. Do I need to make a reservation for that one too? I've never made a reservation for Hollow Bar, but it's possible that it's gotten very popular lately. The one time I went and we got the last 2 seats, so it could get really busy. Depends on when you go. If you go earlier, you have a better chance of getting in. Either you gotta go like super early, like get a drink before dinner, or you gotta go super late. Anytime like during prime time, which is like 9 o'clock, like 8, 9 o'clock, maybe even 10. Those are very busy times at the bars. Do they not use good engines though? Perhaps they're in-house, which would add a lot of extra steps. I mean, who knows? Who knows? So I need to actually use this. Try spawn. This returns whether or not it's true. Try spawn. Okay, let's do it right here. Let's do it right here. So instead of saying return, if try spawn is successful, spawned guests plus plus, and then return true, and then return true. Else return false. And then I'm not going to do this for now because I don't know what this needs to be yet. So now I'm actually counting how many guests have spawned successfully. Spawn guests. So I also need to populate a table. I need to populate a table of values. So private int array spawn percentages. And I need to calculate this based on the rooms today. So for int x equals 0, x is less than available rooms today, x plus plus. I want a value between 100, or I want a value between 90 and 20. I want to lerp it. So spawn percentages equals new int array of length available rooms today. If if spawn percentages equals 0 or spawn percentages dot length equals 1, dot length equal, if it's 0 or 1, then, or if it's 1, whatever, if it's 1, else do this. Okay. Spawn percentages dot spawn percentages dot, what am I doing? No. 0 equals let's just say 10% for now. There's a 50% chance. There's a 50% chance if there's one room available, someone will show up. Let's just start with that. Hollow Bar doesn't take reservations, so I'll wing it. Yeah, just wing it. Just go. Just show up. Say Booyah Grandma sent you, even though he'll have no idea what you're talking about. Although he does follow me on Instagram. Or he did? This was years ago when he was just starting out. I have no meat thermometer, so I'm just going to run my burgers in the oven for 20 minutes on 200 degrees Celsius. If I don't come back, I died of poison in Minecraft. Burgers roasting in the oven, 20 minutes at 200 degrees. That's a long time. If they're thin burgers, you're going to have hockey pucks, I think. I don't know, actually. It depends. I guess it depends. I've never put a burger in the oven before. They're store-bought, so they're thick and small. Are they frozen? I would still pan fry that thing. Beegs. 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 I know exactly why you're making that face. And chill. How do you make reservations at Rocking Chair? You gotta call. You call and you say, すみません。昨日予約していましたか? Or 昨日予約していますか? してもいいですか? 昨日予約してもいいですか? And then they'll go, すみません. We're all booked. And then you'll go, ah. Then you'll hang up. They don't freeze them. It's their leftovers. Oh, okay. When you buy grilled chicken and such in grocery stores, it's what they're trying to rescue. Exo, how's it going? Your emotes exude good feelings. Just hearts everywhere. I'm really tired. Take a nap. Get some rest. All right, so what was I doing? So I'm cycling through all the rooms, and I want to lerp them, right? I want to lerp them. So spawn percentage x equals mathf.lerp between 90 and 10. And x is float x divided by float available rooms today. And this will give me an array that starts at 90, ends at 10, and is a varying amount of values in between. And it doesn't like this because it's a jerk. Oh, because this is an int. Just cast it to an int, yo. It's an int array. Okay, so now I'm going to assume this is correct because how can it be wrong? How can this possibly be wrong? Am I right? How many times have you said that to yourself while deving? How can this possibly be wrong? And then it's wrong. And you go, oh, that's why. How did I not see that? But you're all watching too, right? You all see that it's right. All right, so I have the arrays. That means I need to know which guest is being spawned. Also, I can do this in here. I need to know what spawn guest is. So int percentage equals spawned guest or spawn percentage. Oh my god. And the value here is allowed. What is it? Available room stay. Available. No. It's spawned guests. It's going to start at 0, which is going to grab 100 first. Or it's going to grab the 90. And then I'll say Oh, but actually I shouldn't do point. Okay, this should be floats and it should be a value between 0 and 1. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Not flat. Float. And then let's not cast this to an int. And let's make this 0.9, 0.1, F, F. This is going to be a float. And then I can just do this all inline. Can spawn guest equals. Does this percentage, is this percentage greater than random dot value? And then let's go one step further and say, if this value, if random dot value is greater than spawned percentage, then leave. Return false. Because the first value is 0.9. If we somehow get something between 0.9 and 1, that was very bad luck. And that is, yeah, that's how it works. And then the lower the values, the higher the chance of leaving the function. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. And that was it. That was easy. Okay. Yeah, one line of code. Sort of. No, there's all this too. Can we simplify it? Okay. Let's try it. I need to view this stuff. I need to view it. I can just view it in the editor. Have you played any Oblivion, by the way? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how far in I am. I think I'm like 10 hours into playing. When you put the PlayStation in rest mode, the save file does not stop counting. So my save file says 150 hours, but it's really only 5. 5 to 10. Only 10, yeah. I've only got to play a couple hours per night. They're exhausting me with the decisions that force you to make horrible choices. It's like, I got to this point where they give you one of two choices on how to treat certain NPCs, and they're both horrible choices. You just have to choose whichever one you think is least. I don't know, whichever one you want, obviously. But if you want to be like a good character, you can't. They force you to make terrible choices, which I get why they're doing it. It's just like creating emotional drama. But I'd rather always have the choice to do something good. I get to play in degen hours. Yeah, I don't get to do that. I fall asleep. I fall asleep at like 10 o'clock every night. I can't make it past 10. Okay. All right, let's check this out. So every day that should calculate a new value. Let's see if it's doing it correctly. In systems, spawn guest system, debug, percentages, spawn percentages. So it didn't make anything. Start of day events. Why didn't it do the thing? Do the thing. Calculate number of spawnable guests today. That only happens on start. And on the start of day tick event, which should have happened. How many frames do I have to wait for it to have worked? It's possible the code's not working. I'm jumping to conclusions thinking that I'm having a race condition, whereas the code could just not work. I get tired from being out and go to bed when I get home, play games in the AM. Yeah, I can't play games in the AM. Must job do. My heart, good morning. Good morning. Spawn percentages is not happening. Why? Why? Start. Can I print? Spawned allowed. That's not a thing I use anymore now. Available rooms today. Let's just get that number or whatever. Oh, I got rejected from another festival this morning. Back to back. 2 days in a row. 2 festivals. 1-2 punch in the gut. I was not expecting to get into this one. Their standards are very high. Maybe I did get into it and it's in my trash. No. Why am I even checking? Why am I even checking? Although checking your trash, there was some stuff in my trash that shouldn't have been. Can I just say that the dog is still laying in the corner like that? Remember when I showed you the photo earlier? This photo? Remember this photo? He is not changed much. I need to send this to my wife. Who the F is rejecting Alpine Lake? iHeart? Literally everybody. Literally everybody. I did get reached out to by a publisher yesterday too, but the email looks suspicious and makes me uncomfortable. So I am taking my time responding to it. No, I'm not surprised, Aaron. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. I think my characters are like butt ugly. I think they're not good looking. Available rooms today, 0. Well, why? Why? Get future vacancies. Paired out value equals null. Oh, I think I have to wait a long time to call this, actually. I think I'm not waiting long enough. Let's try something else. Let me literally wait like a second. Wait for seconds. 3. I'm gonna wait 3 seconds. Probably accountants. I imagine a layer of post-processing might make a huge difference to a large publisher. But what does that even mean? Color correction? Depth of field? Like post-processing? Bloom? Bloom just makes it look muddy and ugly. I do have bloom in there, just very subtly. Ambient occlusion? I got it. Reflections? Nah. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to avoid harsh reflections, reflective materials. Okay, look. Available rooms now is 5. And look at that. 9, 0.7, 0.58, 0.42, 0.26. Well, that's not right. It's because this needs to be... Spawn percentages needs to be available rooms -1. Available rooms -1. Right? -1? That'll make it 0.1. Bado, 15 stream, 85 left to 100. You don't have to hit 100. That's optional. It's pronounced Tergoose. Tergoose. Shout out to the goose. Specifically, the Tergoose. I have a problem where I want to shout everybody out, but I always want to wait. You know, I want to wait till more people show up so the shout outs have more meaning. And then so many of you are streamers that by the time an acceptable amount of people are here to start my shout outs, there's too many of you to shout. So I end up just getting scared and not shouting anybody out. But I want you to know that I love you all, and you're all very much worth everyone's time, such as Wardstone and Killica and Aaron and iHeart. And listen, now I'm going to start naming people, and if I leave you out, it's going to be offensive. So that's also a reason why I get uncomfortable shouting people out. Like Exo and Grumble and Beegs. Literally, so many of you. And if I left you out, like Augie I left out, so I'm just scrolling up. I'm just scrolling up. Meowlatower, you've streamed before, right? I think I've seen you stream. I'm not currently a streamer, so I'll absorb your influence. Have you not streamed? iHeart. I was getting ready to be offended if you didn't name me. It's true. See? Wonderful streamer, iHeart. I have her. Just because you include someone, it doesn't exclude anyone else. Yes. It's just uncomfortable. I just don't want to offend anyone. Also, the dog's got... I want to give the dog these apples, but he's still rolling around in the corner. I'm going to let him. Okay, this works. This works. I feel good. I feel good. Does anyone else feel good? I feel good. If I did one thing today, this is it. And I feel good. I completely changed the way my guests spawn. And now I switched over to procedural guests only. So I'm very free. This is one of the issues I was having. I didn't know how to design the rest of the game because I didn't know. I just didn't have a concept of how the story-driven guests were gonna show up. And now I can make them show up whenever I damn well please. Because we got procedural guests coming and going. Okay, now it says 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9, 0.9. That's not right. What did I do wrong? What did I do? It is the only reason I come here every night. I need shout outs or I get cranky. I know you all. I know you all crave the shout outs. We're all just these like decrepit little streamers craving shout outs from each other. It's not true. That's how I like to imagine you all. Some people like to imagine everyone in their underpants. I like to imagine everyone just dripping from sweat, just begging, waiting for the shout out. Just like, oh, where's the shout out? I gotta get my shout out. And I just withhold it for as long as possible. I require uppies. We all do. Bruce, literally me right now. Bruce. Game Dev Dad, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Everyone shout out to Bruce. He's going to have an aneurysm if he doesn't get a shout. Can I just have a little shout out fix, please, sir? What is that emote? Oh my god. Wardstone fried? Oh my god. Please, sir, may I have some more? Wardstone, thank you for the bits. I don't understand why I don't have alerts, but I don't. Would you laugh if I told you that I've been streaming for a year and a half and I still don't know how to make channel redeems pop-up overlays? Like, I know I can Google it, I guess. But like I'm looking at Killika's stream, right? Killika's got the illest channel redeems now. Hands down some of my favorites on all of Twitch. And you had them from like day one. And I have no idea how to do any of that. I love it. Shout out to Killika. But I can't give you one because now they're too frequent. It's Tony Hawk. What's Tony Hawk? Wait. That face? That's Tony Hawk? It looks like Nightmare on Elm Street. It looks like Freddy. Some people have bots that detect I streamed years ago and manually shout me out. You can get one of those. I don't know how to do that. All my overlays broke the other day and I can't seem to fix them. Oh no! That sucks. I turned them on once and then they turned themselves off again and I didn't care to fix them. Yeah, I used to have them. I don't know how to fix them. Same here. Streamer bot seems to have broken for me. Everyone's bots are breaking. Military, what? What? I don't want to say a D's nuts joke. I just did. So what did I do? What did I do wrong? I just said this is -1. Oh, duh. Idiot. I need to do this. Remember PEMDAS, kids. Remember PEMDAS. I only D's ironically. That's how it starts. First, you throw in a little D's here and there. It's like, haha, I said a D's joke. And then you just can't even stop. You just can't even stop yourself. You're going to be in the showers, just repeating it over and over. And I guess that's an appropriate place to say that. MS Paint event. What is this? What is this? What, Wartzone, what is this website? It hurts my eyeballs. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, I see what it is. Tony Hawk. That is a cursed website. Sent you the deep reference I was making? I see. Too many D's will give you ligma. What does that even mean? Go to the bottom. Isn't it just beautiful? It hurts my eyes. The colors are so saturated. 0.9, 0.7, 0.5, 0.3, 0.1. We did it. Yay. Okay. That means. Let's see if guests show up. Let's see. No guests showed up. Oh, we're closed. Procedural Noah was spawned twice. Rut, row. Rut, row. Procedural Liam was spawned twice. Rut, row. Why? Animator is not playing an animator controller. Why? And why was Liam spawned twice? Who told Liam to spawn twice? Who did this? I don't know about Ligma, nah. So, two guests showed up. Two guests showed up. Okay, is anyone a mathematician here? The rules of probability. If you consider the rules of probability, am I just doing a really elaborate 50-50 every time? If this is 90% and this is 10%, doesn't that average out to 50-50? And then these will average out to 50-50 and this is 50-50? Did I literally spend 2 days designing an overly complicated if random number is greater than 0.5, then spawn guess? Did I just really do that? I think I did. And I think I'm very stupid? No. I guess not. No. I definitely didn't. Because that's not how averages work, right? Bruce, hit me. Hit me with the knowledge that I need. Run the code 10,000 times. Should only take you a minute. You spawn the first with 90%. Yes. I always start, the first available room is a 90% chance that a guest spawns. And then the last available room, 10%. And then it interpolates the in-betweens linearly. My algorithm is that, what I just said. I take how many rooms I have available, and I linearly interpolate from 90% spawn rate to 10% spawn rate based on how many guests do spawn. No, you're right. I can do it 10,000 times. Let's just run the code. Let's just run the code, right? So let's see. I can fake the number, right? I can fake the number. I'll make a button here. So button. Unit, public unit test. So I want to run this code 5 times. Or I guess I want to run it like 1,000 times. So, and this try spawn, it's always going to come back true. This is always going to come back true. So total guests equals count equals 0. Total guests plus plus. And then for int x equals 0, What am I writing? Python here? X is less than 5. Or available rooms today. X plus plus. We don't want to return anything. Print. And then guests spawned equals total guests. And then this isn't a return false, this is a continue. And then total guests is this. And available, this should never be higher than, this should always be the same. Available rooms -1. Oh, whoops, this is X. This needs to be X. Oh, wait a minute. So the way this works is if a guest didn't spawn, like if that 90% fails, it's 90% again. Maybe what I should do is just preload the calculation. Because it also should depend on how many times I'm trying. Like the amount of times I try to spawn a guest should matter. Because if I try more times, then the percentages change. Like the chances change, sort of. Calculate how many rooms and then just assign. Yeah, I should just pre-calculate all this stuff. The results should be skewed and even out. It seems like I should get... I don't know, it just seems like it'll be 50-50. Okay, dog's doing very weird things. His tongue is sticking out, and he's sleeping, and he's doing some weird twitchy thing where he's sucking on his own tongue as it's sticking out. Dogs do really weird things when they're sleeping. I would think you are really just always having, say, 70% and then roll the die for over under 30. Sorry, I will stop. No, you don't need to stop, but... Uh-oh, Oblivion is still running. It is. Yeah, I guess that's what I should do. Instead of trying a bunch of times every day, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the what the unit test is gonna do. Is basically cycle through all of the available rooms today, or cycle through all of the percentages. So for each float percentage in spawn percentage, if the random value is above the percentage, then continue. Bado, thank you for the hydrate. And then total guests. And then we sprint. Okay. And then I want to do this 1,000 times and see the weight of all the different numbers, right? So int results equals new int 5. And then for int x equals 0, x is less than results dot length. No. X is less than 1,000. I'll just do it 1,000 times. X plus plus. And then after we say results total guests plus plus. And then we can print results. For each int results in results, print results. Int y equals 0. Blank guests happened blank times. Y plus plus. Okay, we wrote a unit test, right? I never write tests. Meowlazer, what are you doing to me? My dog is currently howling downstairs as Mrs. Beats has had to take the other one to the vet. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry about all the vet time. Unrelated, do people know the game Coded Arms or is it just shovelware? I've never heard of it. But then again, I've never heard of anything. Who thinks this is going to be 50% and live somewhere in the middle? And who thinks that this is going to be totally random? I mean, I knew from the onset that I liked this algorithm because it looked clever on paper, but in reality it just wasn't. Out of range. Nice. Out of range. Why is it out of range? Total guests can only ever be the amount. Spawn percentages dot length. That's... yeah. How can that be out of range? It's weird seeing the Macintosh swirl outside of Apple presentation. You don't like seeing it? Why is this out of range? I don't understand. Which one's out of range? Results, total guests. Print. Total. This can only ever be less than one less than the count, so it don't make no sense. So when it's 5, it's wrong. Oh. Is that true? So, oh, that's really rare for 5 to happen. All 5 guests spawn? That's seems pretty rare. An average of result over 1,000? Yeah, so this is going to be the average number. This is 5. Oh, this has to be total guests -1. No, it can't be, because there's a chance that none spawned, and that would make that -1. What? We're making a result that is 5 in length. Then we're cycling through 5 percentages. And if they each one hit, then that equals, this can equal 5, right? And then this is 1 over. So what am I, what's the theory that I'm doing wrong? It's just rare, like a Model T Ford or something. A Model T Ford, a car from 100 years ago. I wouldn't say it's that rare. Should this be +1? Is that it? It just, because there's 6 possible results. That's why. Because there are 6 possible results. It's not the spawn percentages. It's the amount of results that are possible. It's 5 possible amounts of guests or 0, which is 6 guests. Okay. Silly me. Oh man, he's just sleeping in his bed now. He moved from the weird corner spot. Okay, unit test. We did it. 0. So, 0 guests happened 9 times, an average of basically 0.9%, right? 0.9% of the time. 1 guest happened 139 times at 13%. 2 guests happened 35%. 3 guests happened 35%. 4 guests happened at the exact opposite, or the same amount, the same percentage that 1 guest can happen. 4 guests happen. That's weird. So it's basically weighted to always fill up your rooms by half. That's what I'm seeing here. And then 10 times. Basically, there's a 1% chance. That's too low. That's too low. Okay, this was really good. Military, thanks for suggesting I do this, because this is enlightening. Now I know how to tweak these numbers a little better. So in that, let's just run it a few times. Boom. The numbers are identical. 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 They do not change much. So it seems like there's always a 70% chance that it's 50%. I think this still means it's like 50%. I don't know. Something about 50%. Victor 6 Games, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you? But this makes sense. Because only one guest showing up is super rare. And it's the same probability for 4 guests showing up. What a weird curve. I'm also shocked that this can run 1,000 times pretty fast. That's not instant though. There's a lot of print statements, that's why. I think it's the only reason why it's taking so long is those print statements. Computers are crazy. They're so fast. Just warming up for the day. Wait, for a day, a GeoNode and Blender work. Oh, nice. Nice. I tried using geometry nodes in Blender once and I failed because I know Houdini. I know enough Houdini to be dangerous. I used to know Softimage Ice, which that just dated me. But it is not like geometry nodes. I really thought it was like the same thing, but it is not. Yeah, this is instant. You just do this all day. It's a minefield, yeah. But it's fun. It's good stuff. I love making procedural graphs. So I like games. It's making procedural worlds. All right, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? All right, how about this? So now, what if these percentages were 50-50? That's the true test. So this is with the weighted numbers, right? The linearly interpreted numbers. And if instead it was percentage, it was just 0.5. Let's just say it was 50-50. Who thinks that this is going to be the same? I think it's going to be the same. I'm pretty sure these numbers will be identical. It was 0.1. No, it was 0.1, 15%, 35%, 35%, 15%, 0.1%. In theory, yes. Yeah, I think it's going to be the same too, which makes me feel so stupid that I thought it wouldn't be. Unit test. Same. Close. It actually makes it less rare for 0 guests. Instead of it being a 1% chance, now it's a 5% chance that nobody shows up. And then, but it also makes it so that there's a greater chance that 5 guests show up. So there's well, this says 2.8, but I bet if I keep doing it, yeah, it's something between 0.2 and 0.45. Oh, that first one was an anomaly. So it actually is not exactly the same, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. All right. What's a better way? I mean, this is fine. It could just be 50-50. I don't care. And then if you level up your skill, let's say you add 10%. So, you know, at lower levels, these are the percentages, right? There's basically a 70% chance that 60% of your rooms will get filled in a day. And if you up your percentage by 10%, what's that going to do to the results, I wonder? Probably not much. Probably have to do greater numbers than that. Okay. No, that makes an interesting difference. It pushes all the weighting to be around between 2 and 4 guests instead of between 2 and 3 guests. Before the waiting was like between 2 and 3 guests will show up. Now it's between 2 and 4 guests. The problem is, I think that these numbers are not noticeable. I don't think that you'll notice if you're playing the game, you know, a 25% chance that 4 guests will show up instead of 3 isn't like a isn't a kind of skill that the player will feel satisfied pumping skill points into, because you won't feel the difference. How do I make the player feel the difference? I think the way to make the player feel the difference is if they can directly increase the amount of guests that show up guaranteed. +1 guests show up per day. And maybe I only allow you to get that skill like twice. And or maybe, yeah, maybe I let you have it as many times as you want, but at a certain point, you're just gonna have too many guests. Aaron, have a good night. Everyone, shout out to Aaron. Cook him. Mard, no. That's so 2024. Mard, no. Also, Mard. All right, we're taking a little side break. We need to talk about today's daily Akari. If you haven't done today's daily Akari yet, or if you live in Western Hemisphere, please look away. I undid the result because I was trying to like really figure out, like, obviously this is where the first move goes. So I was like, okay, if I put it here, it can't go here, right? Because these can't be gotten. So there's that. If I put it here, you can still put it here. If I put it here, you can theoretically still put it here, but you have to like do the whole puzzle in your head to realize that you can't. Bart, how's it going? So how the hell was everyone getting it in 50 seconds? Because both of these to me work. And it takes me a long time to like to tick through all these in my head and remember. And then it's like, and then you go in one of these and it pops you out the other side, and it's like, okay. And then you go the other way, it pops you out. You go in here, it pops you out. I realize here, depending on which way you start, pops you out in like an alternating fashion. What is in common between both of those options? Well, yeah, one of them actually lights one up and one of them doesn't. But then I was like, well, yeah, you can light both these up because these can happen. And now I just have to keep solving. You know, and these don't intersect anywhere. I hated this one, Red Cabin. The whole column is lit either way. So wait. The reason why, like, yeah, you can do this, right? You can do this because these are all the same. But I thought you couldn't really do this one because this doesn't do the same thing. This also lights up this one. So why X that one out? You can X off this one? I thought you couldn't because, like, yeah, these all do the same thing, but this one actually affects another piece. Like, this one has an effect on this one. But is that the case? Is that not the case? Like, even though this also does the same as all these, you can X it off? Why are you able to X this one off? This one makes a difference. I mean, yeah. Oh. Oh, so if you did put it here. So the reason why you can't put it here is the same reason why you literally can't put it anywhere. Except this place. Okay, so you can X this one off. But you can always do this or this, right? These are the only two places you can put it. So how is everyone figuring out so quickly which one this is? Oh, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I want to know. If I, oh, so you're saying, but now I can just do this. I see. Oops. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that triggered it. I see. No, not really. Yeah, okay. Okay, I get it now. So, I guess I still don't understand why. No, I do understand. So you can X this one off only because it blocks these two. Otherwise, if this blockage didn't happen, this would be an option, right? You can't X this off because it does the same as all these. This one right? Like let's say there's more board over here. This one is not instantly Xable. Just like this is basically how I started. I was just like, okay, I know this, but it's kind of pointless. It's just fun to like hold down right click and X them all at the same time. I just love doing that. I start every match just like going through and like, okay, I can't do this one. I can't do these. I like figuring out which ones you can't do. I don't really go for speed. But then when I see everyone getting 50 seconds and I get 9 minutes, it took me 9 minutes to say I didn't get this. I should have seen that sooner, I guess. Yeah, it's completely obvious to me now, but I didn't see it. And I basically did the whole puzzle in my head, and I got to the end and I'm like, I think that worked. I think. And then I just started backtracking, and thank God it worked. Harish, hello, how are you? Well, I did like this puzzle. It was like annoying because it took me so long, but it was a good one. There's all these puzzles are so fun. Everyone, make sure to go play Deli Akari. And even if I spoiled this puzzle for you, you can go back and you can play the archives. You can play every single puzzle. Well, not every single one. You can play a lot of them. Paste. This is a game by Mr. Mard. There he is. I'm doing good, Harish. I'm doing good. There's always a way to do it without going super deep. Yeah. There is. I just couldn't figure it out. It was literally 9 minutes. 9 minutes of staring at it. Usually I make an excuse like, oh, the dog did something, but I'm pretty sure it was 8.5 minutes of trying really, really hard. Submit a puzzle. Email. Seymour Butts at... Let's leave. What's the problem? No problem. No problem. Right now I'm figuring out the best way to spawn guests. And what I'm beginning to think is that I'm just doing a 50-50 shot for every room that's available. And then I'm going to allow you to upgrade a skill that hard codes more guests to show up every day. I think that's what I'm going to do. What this means is that your inn won't fill in. It won't fill up all the time. There'll be some vacant rooms. But since the guests stay for more than a day, the chances of filling it up increase over time. I think that's good. I think this is a good balance. This is a good balance. When that pattern appears again, you'll be prepared. I feel like that pattern has happened a lot. I just didn't catch that one that time. I wonder who's had the funniest name in history. Uh, you mean like email name? Like Seymour Butts? Uh, yeah, I feel like someone told me a story about what someone's name was recently. Not recently, a couple years ago. Like when I worked in the office. I can't remember. Terrible story. Can't remember. Forget it. Done. Got to head out. XO. Have a good night. Amanda Hug and Kiss. That's hysterical. Like that, but a real name. I'm sure there's some doozies. That particular pattern, I think, has only happened once before. Okay, interesting. But like the idea of blocking a 1 such that you only 1 can, like, such that you force it to not be gettable anymore. Like that's happened a bunch. I'm tired. Wow. Jester, how's it going? Welcome in. Jock strap. That's a good one. That's a good one. Also, shout out to Red Cabin Games. One of the most polished games on the Twitchosphere. What time is it? Okay, it's been 2 hours. Dog is past the F out. All right. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this. This is the new algorithm. I'm not doing any of these spawn percentages. I'm just going to do amount of rooms. 50-50 chance every time. And they're going to show up right away. They're not going to show up late. They're going to show up as fast as they can. Should they all show up at the same time? Do you think all guests should show up at once to give you the opportunity to check them all in at once and then go about your day? Or should they show up throughout the day? I have a feeling that realism is obviously they show up at random times throughout the day. Convenience for the gamer, I feel like I should spawn them all at once. And usually, I like to lean toward convenience to the gamer. What do you all think? Do they show up at once at noon or some shit? I would do a window, but only like 30 minutes. So right now I'm like, the train schedule dictates when they show up, and every hour on the hour is when there's a chance of a spawn. So maybe like the first 2 trains, like they can come at the beginning of the first train. Casual, how are you? I want to hear your opinion. First 2 trains is perfect. Yeah, so it would be an hour. It would be like, but you also have to wait for the guests to leave. That's annoying too. I tried to make it like semi-realistic where guests sleep in and maybe on the day they leave, they always wake up at 6. Maybe that's the solve. They always wake up at 6 on the day they leave. If you're going to have them show up at specific time, it needs to be in service of making it feel like they have their own shit going on. You mean the guests have their own shit going on? Realism never matters. Always convenience. I mean, I want it to feel immersive in a way. I think there should be some wiggle room. I think that I think the beginning, as long as it happens super early in the day, you know? I feel like there might be some things you have to take care of in your inn that take an hour or two. And then during that time is when the guests start showing up. Immersion. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them all show up in the beginning of the day. And then I gotta make guests leave. They're gonna wake up at 6:05 a.m. Like if it's checkout day, they're up and they're out. They don't sleep late. Okay. Those two things I can work on. Also, everyone shout out to Casual. One of my favorite places on Twitch. What was that? Hope it's going well tonight. It is. I think it is. I've been in a rut lately, but I'm slowly like every day feels a little bit better. And today I feel pretty good. Like I keep saying this. If anyone was around every day this week, Monday, I didn't even stream Monday, right? Yeah, I didn't even stream Monday. I was like not into this. So I canceled stream. Tuesday, I came on stream. I'm just like, F everything. This sucks. This game sucks. You suck. Chat, you suck. I suck. Everyone sucks. My dog sucks. Everyone sucks. Yesterday, I was like, I don't know. Like I'm feeling a little better, but I'm still grumpy. Today, today I feel fantastic. And I can't explain it. It's super annoying. Human beings are stupid. Human beings are stupid because we have emotions that drive us. Just a little dip. Yeah. I went hard on Monday. And it was early in the day when I canceled. At like noon, I'm like, yeah, this ain't happening today. Oh wait, Military. I was thinking before the whole statistical simulation could potentially be replaced with an illusion that makes the player happier. But if I didn't have any context, but I didn't have any context. I mean, I do. I want to make the player happy, but I also want to make sure that it keeps the game balanced. And then I think the skills that allow you to hard code plus one guest per day, I think that that'll be good to make the player feel good. Like if you have that skill, like plus one guest spawn per day, uh, that's a hard factual number. There's hard evidence of your progress through the game because that one guest is going to show up. And if I just increase a percentage, I think that the calculation happens so rarely, once a day, that you're not going to feel the benefit of it. But I think the plus one will feel good. Either way, whether you go for some brand of realism or goal-oriented convenience, the only real illusion is if you mix them in a way that causes them to fault each other. Let me snooze this ad real quick. Mix them in a way that causes them to fault each other. Well, so right now, the only thing that can happen that's annoying is if you run out of rooms and someone very important shows up and you need a room for them. That's the only bad thing that can happen. But those guests will show up the next day. They will keep showing up every day until you give them a room. So it's not that big a deal. I need to communicate that to the player though, so they don't freak out and like kill a guest. You can't kill a guest, but try like I don't know. I don't want to cause stress in the player. I can say just like come back tomorrow. I've had some days like that where your blood is just piss and vinegar and you got to shut it down and chill in your own bubble. Yeah. Yeah. My rage fuse was so short yesterday. Cuz of so I got a new puppy, Kaz, and it's he's a handful. Do they complain about being attacked by raccoons after sleeping under a bridge? Guilt trip you for having no room? Nah, they don't do that. That'd be kind of funny though. It'd be funny if you send someone away and make them come back and they have like twigs in their hair. And they just go, I've seen some shit. Stuff in the forest is weird, man. It's like if the guest's train can derail and you get nothing done that day, but there's safety brake that's decorative, so you can't prevent the derailment. That would be a design conflict. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to make sure when guests, when it's their last day, they wake up at 6. So let's start there. That's an easy place to start. Calculate wake up time. Look at that. So right now I just do a random number between 6 and 8 a.m. So all I have to do is say if time system dot instance dot get to get current day equals checkout day. So if today is checkout day, then wake up hour equals, I'll say 6:30. 6.5 times 60. Wait, no. How does math work? This is in minutes. So 6 plus 30. That was hard. Why was that so hard? Why can't I plus 30? Oh, because why did I do F? Okay. 6 times 60 plus 30. That's 630. Okay. Else. And I still want to make a bell item. Maybe I'll make that too. I really loved making this piano. I love the way it looks in game. I want to remake the grand piano too. But I want to make a bell item that automatically wakes guests up. And you put it on the side of your inn and you go ring it. Bing, bing, bing. Like a breakfast bell. And I want to model it after... What are those wall-mounted bells? Wall-mounted bell. Yeah, something like this. A fun one. This one's cool. A little farmhouse vibe. But it's kind of plain. Like I can't really do wood texture. Oh dang, Devs Badges. Devs Badges, welcome in. How was your stream today? Yo, how's it going? Everyone, ad starting in 30 seconds. Let me sneeze that. Good thing I caught it. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. Working on a cozy life sim, Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake. Everyone here, if you don't know who Dev Spagus is, he's working on a super in-depth, kind of like Dwarf Fortress, Caves of Cud, RimWorld too. Is it kind of like RimWorld, but you're in space? Stream was good. Time to get some lunch. Got a raid and run. Sorry, no worries. Let me get your Steam page. We'll show it off while you're getting lunch, and you enjoy yourself. Thanks so much for the raid. Everyone, welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, everyone give Stardew a wish list and a follow. Even buy it. Buy the dang thing. It's out. Watch the trailer. So much detail. If you like detail-oriented games, there's a lot of depth. You should check it out. Looks legit. Or Ralph. Missing. I never caught that. There it is. Everyone go check it out. And for those coming in here, this is what I'm working on. It's very, very opposite style. It's a cozy game. It's kind of like Stardew Valley, where you run an inn instead of running a farm. Meowed or what? Which one? But today I'm working on how guests spawn. And I ended up coming with this stupid elaborate algorithm that is pretty much just 50-50. So now I'm just doing 50-50 chance a guest will spawn based on how many rooms are available. And which means I need to do a few things to get guests to leave so that new guests can arrive right when old guests are leaving. And I'm making this bell that will... I wanted to make a bell, like a breakfast bell, that you can ring that just automatically wakes up guests if you feel like it. You can let them sleep, but... Oh, yeah. She says she thinks your property's a dump because it's just got an abandoned building on it. She doesn't know that you're gonna build a house in a few hours. Also, why can't I find a nice one that I like? These are all... That wooden one I like the most. They're all like... These kind of seem AI generated. Why do they all have birds on them? Why does every single one have birds on it? What if I say vintage? Vintage. Antique. Antique. Wall-mounted bell. Antique wall bell. Nope, they still all have birds on them. Can't escape the birds. That one's crazy. If you run out of ideas for vacationing or vacating guests, you can just implement a super shotgun. No. All right, I'm going to make something like this. but not. It's not going to dangle as much and it's going to be thicker. But I'll just start with this. I'll just keep this image here. So I'm going to model some stuff. Make a bell. Start with the bell. Whoa. What hotkey did I just hit to do that? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. What is happening to these vertices? Okay, we're gonna version up. Restart Maya because it's been a minute. That was freaky. The vertices are just like popping around in random spots. And then undoing it was not undoing anything. Let's try that again. All right. I will say we haven't been listening to Kilka this whole time because we've been listening to Zelda, but we will be listening to Kilka now. Oh wow, Maya didn't flashbang us. That's odd. Kilika. I had the shout out up. I didn't want to confuse people. Forgot. Okay. Now when I make a cylinder and I scale it up and I reduce the amount of sides, and I do this, and I do this, it looks normal. Mm. Okay, I have a crazy camera lens. What is happening? Worse, better. There we go. Like, what is happening? Gucci! Gucci, how are you? Oh, well, that's annoying. How do I rotate this perfectly? Nope. What is the magic number? 21.25? 21? 20? No, 21. 22? Ooh, 22. No. 22.5? Yeah, magic number. So I like the chain link, but I won't do like 8 or 9 chains. I'll just like 2. So I need like a clasp to attach it, or maybe I'll just start with a hole here. Why can't I merge these vertices, huh? Are you thinking you will stream tomorrow? Yeah, probably. Why? Why can't I merge these? Wait, these are merged? Nah. Monday, it seemed hot and cold if you would be streaming this week. Oh, yeah, I just talked about that. I feel good. I feel good. I'll probably stream. Okay. This needs to be a little lower, I think. Smaller? It's gigantic. Yeah. Okay. And I'll make the wall thing and then figure out how to attach it. Gucci. No punching. Gucci. Gucci, how could you? Gucci. How could you? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I want like the straight across. Let me just block it in. See what I'm doing here. Straight across bar. And then I like this curly thing. Should I just make it straight though? Because video games. Because video games. Shout out to video games. Am I right? No, let's make something fun. Let's make something fun. I'll use a Taurus. Scusi. Video games are serious, no fun. That's true. Does anybody not like video games? Does anybody here not like video games that much? For realsies. I don't mean like, yeah, I hate video games. I mean like, actually, I like making games. I just don't like playing them. Or if you're not even into game dev, you're just into regular dev, and you also don't like video games. Is there anybody like that here? One, two, three. One, two, three. I work at Ubisoft. I'm shocked by how many of my coworkers don't care about video games. I heart. I heart. I think you've said that before, but it's very impressive. It's very impressive. I believe it. I believe it. This looks really stupid as like a perfect Taurus. Why does it look so dumb? Maybe what I should be doing instead is this. Maybe I make it all over again with a bigger radius. Slightly bigger section radius. Yeah, I kind of like this. Kind of like the flat. I don't know why. I like the flatter. Wait, what? Whoever heard video games being fun, sweet and salty only? Oh no, I need the escapism. Yeah, I like it too. I like it. I need it. I don't get to play enough. I never get to play enough. I feel like. Thank God my wife kind of likes video games. Kind of. I say kind of. She definitely likes a certain kind of game. Right now I'm watching her play Zelda Echoes of Wisdom again. That's such a good game. Echoes of Wisdom is such a good game. All right, so how many chains do I need for this to work? One, two, one, two, three. Any three? I need three. Radius. 6. 4. 8. 4. Radius. Section radius. This is dumb. These do not look good. Too chunky. Too chunky. Right? Does it look better as a rope? Maybe I also need the rope coming out here. Pandito Stream, welcome in. How are you? You can't even see from the camera up here. You'll never be able to see this rope. Maybe if I put this rope like here, does that matter? Yeah, it looks stupid. It looks like a tooth. Looks like this bell has a buck tooth. Camera's right here. What if I just keep moving it down? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. It's like that now. That's the rope. You'll never be able to see up here, whatever. The kind of person that quantifies things by like tend to accuse me of hating games. So do you hate play them? I like playing them when I feel like I've earned it. So you use video games as a reward. I think I do the same thing. Like last year, I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth so bad, but I used the demo release as a marker for like rewarding myself to get to play it. I don't have any more milestones recently, so now I'll just play whatever I feel like. Is this thing too big? It sticks out too much. Excuse you. Oh, he's really cute right now. When he's just sleeping and cute, makes me happy. So how can I make these interesting? Should I just bevel them? Should I just be like a little bit of bevel? Call it a day? A little bit of smoothing. Done? Yeah, sure. Same with you. Only bevel these though. And these. Uh-oh. I smell. I smell doggy waste. I don't see it anywhere though. Maybe he's just a stinky dog that needs a bath. He smells like pee. He doesn't smell like poop. Dog farts. Nah, it smells like pee. Weird. All right. Is this cute? Have we achieved something cute? It's fine. Fine. It's still kind of gigantic, but I'm okay with this. All right. Am I going to do an animation on this thing? I don't think so. I could. I can very easily throw a little animation in there. I think for now I'm not, but I'm going to leave the objects separate just in case. So these can all be the same. These can all be merged. And then these I'll leave separate in case I animate it. So this is what is this called? Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. What is this thing called? Hanging bell. Oh, whoa, whoa. This is the bell mount geo. This is the bell rope geo. Bell geo. Then chain. What's this? Oh, right. It's part of the mount. Bell chain 3 geo. 2. 1. And they all get mat. But you get metal mat. And then you and you also get metal mat. And then this thing gets metal mat. Okay. Impressive that they don't care. No, I meant it's impressive that you work at Ubisoft. That's cool. That's a cool fact. I like watching other people make video games. Kilka, that's masochistic. Anyone who likes watching people make video games is something very wrong with you. As I say to 100 people watching someone make a video game. I used to work in that. I did know. Because you were talking about that with Nerd We Know. I mean, yeah, you have cool freaking jobs. What's up with that? What's up? What's up with you? Oh, I'm gonna give him an apple. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. Actually, I'm gonna make sure he goes to pee on the pad and not somewhere on the rug. So I'll be back. Back in, I don't know, 30 seconds. Okay, back. Here, don't eat that. Take this. Saving him some apple. I play a lot of bad games to enjoy meta things about them, but the good example is a Counter-Strike enjoyer is more likely to get stuff done in the game than I am, who is mostly disgusted by it. My approach is granular. You have a very complicated approach. Dog farts, yeah, no. Haven't experienced that yet. I don't know, he's had a normal digestion so far. All right, colors. Colors. The colors, Duke. The colors. This is the part that I always struggle with. It should be easy, though. Brown wood. Gold. Done. Right? Simple. Easy peasy. Create. Planar. Create. X planar. So you guys are gold. You guys are gold. This has been my de facto gold. Looks gold. I want to make a stripe on it, kind of like the reference. I thought that's kind of cool. Do I want to actually add some more detail? I think I want to add some detail. I think I want to add some detail. Fraction really low. Segments 2. And then just pull these out. And then soften that. Soften. But harden these edges. Yeah, I like that. Monty's day is one long continuous fart. Monty. I mean, it's not brain surgery. I mean, it's not rocket science, even though, yeah, it's rocket science. All right. What else can I do to break this up? This should be a hard edge. These should be hard edges. Right? Yeah. And colors. Like maybe I make maybe these are a different color, so cut this. Cut. And then this and this can be some kind of darker saturated gold or just darker. I don't know. As can this, maybe. Take that. Cut. Try make this darker. It's interesting. Kind of hate it. I kind of absolutely freaking hate it. Let's make this back. Let's put this back here. And maybe these also here. Just break it up a bit. Yeah, okay, cool. I like that. That's fine. It's fine. Also make this separate. Create planar. This can be also a dark gold, and then this can be just a completely different color, like some kind of rope color. Which makes it look exactly the same. Maybe a darker brown. No, that's stupid. kind of want to make a... Oh, look at that, a handle. Ooh, I like the handle. We're making a handle now. Making it a handle. This was stupid. I'll just... Whatever. There, now it's a handle. Ah, that's way better. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't a rocket surgeon or anything fancy like. We're using the same skill set as your current job, somewhat. To me, that's the coolest part. So many skills that kind of match up across the board. Yeah, it's funny what some industries do, and they don't even know they overlap. Like, I've seen two industries. Being in advertising, it gives you a foot in almost, or at least a peek into every industry that comes to you with advertising needs. And what the capabilities are of these different companies, depending on what industry they're in, is always completely different. And sometimes you'll see parallels, like, oh, that industry does something and they spend millions of dollars to do something very simple. And this industry over here does the same exact thing, but they use this really cheap way. And they, I don't know, it, like I see some of that sometimes. Um, and it's just funny how they don't really learn from each other. They don't even know they exist. They don't even know they exist. Okay, I just don't like this strip right here. Maybe I make that this same, like, not quite as dark thing. Maybe a little darker? Okay. It just looks like a mustache. So weird. Why does this bell look like it has a mustache? All right, so this should also be the same metal. And then these should be some kind of wood. Some kind of dark wood. And there we go. Done. Oh, cute boy. He's being really cute. Belle went through puberty, obviously. Awkward puberty Belle phase. Can I soften all these? They already are. Okay. Let's get in the game. Furniture export. Furniture. And I guess I'll copy the sconce. Sconce is kind of like the same item. Decor, sconce. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you start a war. Search string. Decor, sconce, decor, hanging bell. Hanging bell. Bed. So it had like 5 pieces, right? Bell. Chain 1. Bell chain 2. Bell chain 3. Bell. Bell mount. Bell rope. So they all get that. This thing gets 2 materials. This one is metal mat. Ooh, it's gonna look good. I love making things metal. Even though I said I don't like reflective things, I like the gold. When I make things gold, it's satisfying. Yes, just love the gold. This thing also gets 2 materials. Second one being metal. And that's it, right? Some bells sound like gongs in high school. What does that mean? You mean like throughout the world? The high school period bells? He's like too tired to eat apple. Puberty joke? I don't get it. Bell went through puberty. Some bells sound like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I don't get a lot of jokes. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. Bell. Mount. Rope. Voice deepens because puberty. Is that like people calling people bells? I mean, I understand, like, sort of. A gong is, I mean, that I get. I get that a bell is high pitched and a gong is low pitched. Booyah was born sounding like this. I always had kind of a high pitched nasal voice. It's just how the die rolled. Also, is this the right placement? Is that where the wall is? Yes, it is supposed to be like that because this. Okay, whoops. This needs to be like 0.75. And then we need to take this out of the group. Zero it out, put it back in the group. Okay, cool. And then it needs an interaction, right? It needs an item type. So hanging bell, a hanging bell, hanging bells, a bell that when rung, wait, rung, will wake everyone up. Yes. Cool. Toggle, ring. I need an awesome bell ringing sound effect. Where do I like to go for that? Freesound, freesound.org. Do I have one? Let's see if I have one. Bell ring. That is being used currently. Cowbell. It's not actually that bad. Sleigh bells. Definitely not sleigh bells. Same beard. Now, we talked about my beard the other day. I had a goatee. I had a goatee until I was 21. So bad. I'm so ashamed. I'm so embarrassed. The things you do when you're in your early 20s. I like to imagine that 15 people just left the stream because they have goatees and they're offended. Yeah, I don't have a bell sound effect. Bell. Sky Gray. Do a quick tutorial. How to grow a goatee. Oh, dog just threw up. Tutorial's gonna have to wait. One sec. Dog just threw up. Okay, I'm back. Saved by the bell. Saved by the vomit. The ad timing. Oh. I had the full punk look for far too long. That's great. Wait for ads to be over. And that's how you grow a beard. Did you catch that? How to grow? No, I didn't do it during ads. I ran away because my dog threw up in the middle of ads. How convenient. But welcome back, Sky Gray. This is how you grow. This is how you grow a goatee. You B20. Think goatee cool, and then concentrate really hard. Concentrate as hard as you've ever concentrated before. Let's get the basics out of the way. You eating grass yet? What does that mean? Military, your jokes are so multi-leveled, multi-tiered, and I never get them right away. Goat joke. See? I didn't get it. Willows, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are ya? That's not a bell. In what world is that a bell? What world? Cathedral bell. I want like a farm bell. Farm bell. Are you throwing up again? Is he okay? All right, he's not getting apples anymore. Doing well. What are we working on? I'm working on a life sim Innkeeper-Sim game where you run an inn, kind of like Stardew Valley. I am making a decorative bell that you can put in and around your inn that will wake up all your guests when you ring it. And right now the guests have random wake up times between like 6 and 8 a.m. And if you very much need everyone to wake up for some reason, this bell will be available to you at some point. Not cowbells, not cowbells, not cowbells. Swiss cowbells, no. Goat farm, La Palma, Canary Islands. I just want a bell. Crows, peaceful sound. Bell ring. How about like dinner bell? Dinner bell. Perfect-ish? Let's hear these other ones. I want it to be like, what is that bell that you ring a few times? I mean, they're doing it. That darn dinner bell. Wait. This might be it. I got that it was a goat joke. Am I brilliant? It's possible. That's definitely not that damn bell. Growing a goatee. I didn't get it. I'm so bad. Sometimes, all the time. All the time, I never get it. These are just anthropomorphic absurdisms, though. Gongs and goats don't actually behave like people. Do they? A school bell. Voss. Welcome in. Maybe. Maybe a school bell. I feel like I'm going to get one of those, like, automated ones that are on the wall. That handbell. Wait, maybe. Freaking sleigh bells. Dinner bell. It's so gentle. What are the bells called on farms that people ring for dinner? Dinner bells are rung to grab families' attention for a hot meal. The dinner bell is calling. Ringing the dinner bell. It is called a dinner bell. Also, I just got barked at because apparently it's time to end stream and it's time to feed dog. I let him run my life. This one might actually work just fine. I think this is it. So how do I see Creative Commons 0? You can copy, modify, distribute, perform sound, even for commercial purposes, all without the need of asking for permission. Well, I certainly like those rules. We had a Vuvuzela. Yeah, you did. Download sound. Okay. The dog just knocked the green screen on me. Thank you, dog. Where did you go? I think it's time to raid out. Pumpkinhead play, how are you? Long time no see, yeah. Dad, I puked. Need refill. He didn't puke food. He puked a little bit of bile. Or I guess he puked maybe the chewed up apple I just gave him. Guess who's never getting apples ever again? Illusion ruined. I know. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay, the name of this file is Insanity. So let's rename it before I import it into the scene. A FLAC file? I don't want a FLAC file. Dinner bell. Oh, I have to process it too. Okay, I need to bring it into Premiere. And then trim it. Okay, you can stop. Where is that even playing now? VLC? Get out of here, VLC. Bells? Do I have like a bells? I have like a audio workspace. Is that what I use? Bicycle riding? Yeah. I'll bring it in here. I know what you're saying. Why are you using Premiere to process audio files? And I'll tell you my answer. That's what I know how to use. What do you use? File import failed because you can't use a FLAC. How do I get a not FLAC? Oh, really? The perfect sound is the only one, and it's a freaking format I can't use. Convert FLAC to MP3 or WAV. Does Media Encoder do it? Probably not. Media Encoder. Premiere Pro doesn't support FLAC. What should I do? How to convert .wav using Media Encoder. Okay, Media Encoder does it. He's peeing on the rug. All right, stream's over. God damn it. No, stream's not over, but I'm going to clean this up and I'll be back in like 5 minutes and then we'll wind down. Oh my god. I hope one day we find the perfect man who is naturally green behind himself at all times. Wait. What? You mean like my body has green behind it? What happened to the Muzak? There it is. File, import failure. Media encoder doesn't support FLAC either. Okay. Yeah, we're going to deal with this some other time. We're going to find someone to raid. There's too much going on. I just want to feel like you exist in a void or in your monitor. I'm sorry. You want to know what's behind me is a very beautiful view of a cherry blossom tree and my balcony. But can't show it off because lighting reasons. Where should we raid today? Oh, odds on. All right, let's go to odd. Hey Tebow, no, we're gonna stop. I got a target. We're going to odd Oculus. But Tebow, welcome in. Sorry you came at the end. Let's do some credits. Man, the dog, he's just relentless. Relentless. How long has odd been going? An hour. Okay. Man, he does weird times now. All right, everybody. New followers: Willows, Victor, Game Dev Dad, NZM, Chica. Thank you so much for the new follows. Finn, thank you for modding, and Dev Spagus and Small Block Boy, thanks so much for those raids. Everyone, make sure to give them a follow. Today was pretty good. Even though the dog was a little jerk, it doesn't bother me. Isn't it weird how emotions work? More bad things can happen to me today, but I am more well equipped to deal with it. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't had the opportunity to wishlist Alpine Lake, that would be very much appreciated. Biggs, take it easy. Hi Heart, Fanny, Pumpkin, Wardstone, Hey Tebow, Military, Vass, Sky Gray, Master Strongbow. Thank you so much for the follow. And everyone else that hung out. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow probably. I'm here 5 days a week, same time every day, usually for 2 to 3 hours, depending on when the dog gets hungry. And that's that. Let's go say hi to Odd Oculus. I didn't start the raid. Whoops. Now we wait awkwardly. Awkward. Okay. Yeah, have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your Thursday or the end of your Wednesday, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you next time. Anga. Peace out.